Hello everybody, welcome back to more Microsoft Flight Sim. I just got this game and I'm having a lot of fun doing the campaign flight training, getting a lot of basics down, and I'm pretty excited finally I can get the takeoff and landing today. Let's start doing it. Taxi. Alright, let's do it. Okay, let's just jump right in.
Let's take a moment to talk about taxiing.
Okay.
Taxiing refers to moving the aircraft on the ground under its own power. In particular, getting from the ramp out to the hold short point on the edge of the runway. Steering on the ground is managed through the rudder pedals. That's right, unlike driving a car, we turn by using our feet. Okay, ready? With the throttle idle, release your parking brake. Okay, now gently increase throttle to get the aircraft moving.
Okay, increase throttle.
Alright, use your rudder pedal to turn left and enter the taxiway. As you increase power, watch the tachometer and make sure to stay around 1000 RPM.
Why do you use a rudder to do this? We're at 1000 RPM, I'm glad. We just stop. Brake is not set. Come on. Increase a bit of thrust. Are we moving? At 12.
Now test the brakes.
Hold X to brake.
Good. Brakes checked. Taxi to the next exit, then come to a stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes. See the crossing in front of us? Stop before it as if traffic was coming off the runway.
Okay, stop before. Took a little bit of effort to start going. Alright, hold brake. Restart.
Alright, taxi to holding point Alpha 1 next. It's at the far end of the airport near the head of runway 21. Stay as close as possible to the taxiway center marked by the yellow line, and watch your speed.
Looks like it'll be useful to know the phonetic alphabet in this game. Alpha 1, here we come.
Watch your speed.
Decrease thrust.
Watch your speed.
I know. I am decreasing thrust.
Watch your speed.
There we go. That's much better speed.
After the right turn, come to a stop before the hold short point and prep for takeoff. Remain on the taxiway center line. You don't want to risk damaging the aircraft. The next challenge will be to keep the aircraft under control while at full throttle for takeoff.
Okay, this will be interesting. Next one. Got a C on that. I really failed that one. Takeoff and landing. Takeoff. Finally doing a takeoff. 75 knots takeoff. Start.
There's an old saying I like. A mile of road will take you a mile. A mile of runway will take you anywhere. Taking off isn't hard, but there are a few key points to remember.
That's a good quote.
First, we always take off into
Mile
the wind,
of road takes you 1
which
mile.
won't be an issue on a calm
A
day
mile
like
of
today.
runway takes you anywhere.
Second, before we enter a runway, we always make sure it's clear. Check to the right to see if a vehicle is on the runway, and to the left to make sure no other planes are approaching. Everything looks good, no cross traffic. Go ahead and taxi into position. Now slowly taxi onto the runway and align the plane with the center line. Then stop your plane just after the number 21.
Is it brakes release? Okay, yeah, brakes release. Just after 21. Perfect.
Excellent. All right, let's do this. Apply full power and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go.
We don't even need to do flaps or anything? Just take off? Okay.
Use your rudders to stay on the center line and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots.
We're doing 30, 40.
Good. Now gently pull back on the yoke.
Alright. Oh, let's go.
Pull back on the yoke to take off.
Off the ground.
And we're airborne.
Climb
Line
to
up the
55
top of your
knots.
instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude. Focus on
Couple of
flying
inches
straight.
above the
Use
horizon.
your rudders to keep the runway heading of 210 degrees. Maintain 75 knots and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time.
Okay, which direction did they want? I forgot. Is it 21?
You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
Okay, I failed.
All right, let's do this. Apply full power and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go. Use your rudders to stay on the center line and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots.
Okay, I am on the center line.
Good. Now gently pull back on the yoke. Pull back on the yoke to take off.
I am.
And we're airborne. Line up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon.
Okay.
That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to keep the runway heading of 210 degrees. Maintain 75 knots and We'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time.
Maintain heading 210. Okay. We are heading 210 right now. I need to edit the trim. Do I have to keep on doing? I guess during a climb I kind of have to keep the yoke on. Keep holding on the yoke. Alright, we're heading 210. Is there no more thrust? This thing is so weak.
Okay, 5,500 feet. You've reached your target altitude. That was a nice takeoff.
Yep. Nice. Hey, let's go. Can I just go to the next training? Like, why do I have to go all the way out? Alright, let's see what... Oh, landing. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Looks like an afternoon landing.
For this landing exercise, I want you to focus on the yoke only. We're close enough to the runway to land safely without adding any throttle. Maintain a speed of around 65 knots. Pitch down if you're going too slow. Pitch up if you're too fast.
Oh, landing. I think we're good.
Keep your airspeed at 65 knots. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. To flare means to raise the nose of the aircraft to slow your descent for a softer landing, but without ever leveling off or climbing. The main landing gear will touch down before the nose wheel does.
I think we're 100 feet right now. Am I even lined up? I can't tell.
We're coming up on flare height. Resist the temptation to pull back. Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice.
Oh,
Now
wow.
apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
Okay, that was not a good landing. First landing? Oh, so it's okay.
I think a bit more practice may be a good idea.
Yes.
Keep in mind that approaching the runway at the right speed is key to a good landing.
Yeah, I do need a little bit more practice. Back to main menu, training menu. What do if I do this one? No, I'll just go back to training menu. There's no better way to go from one mission to the next. Or if too high, reduce throttle. Okay, that's what it will be throttle. There's throttle controls here. Start.
In this landing exercise, I want you to focus on staying on the glide path using the throttle only. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate.
This is top. Alright, let's decrease throttle. way too much.
Now you can use the elevator to land. Reduce throttle to idle. Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Perfect.
Nice. Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. That was excellent.
Alright, let's go to the next training. 4 minutes. Okay. Still landing, but I don't know what this one's about.
My first instructor used to say, the best part of flying is landing in one piece. Today, you're in charge of bringing us in for a safe landing. And I've already set us up in landing configuration at 65 knots with 10 degrees of flaps and idle power. Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare.
If somebody could do the trim for me. Oh, I'm not aligned with the runway anymore. Let's pull over. How am I not aligned with the runway? It looks aligned. Sedona, by the way. This whole training has been in Sedona. Every single training session. We're going over speed. Come on, align with the runway. It looks pretty aligned to me. Alright, we're aligned. Just increase the thrust a little bit.
Reduce throttle to idle. Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Great.
Nice. Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
At least I don't think I would fail a plane test.
You did well.
No,
but you
actually
could do
I
better.
would fail. Yeah, I would do. I would.
Keep in mind that
With
approaching
practice,
the
I would do
runway at the
better.
right speed is key to a good landing.
Nice, a B. gotta check out what this logbook is. Oh, okay. Nothing interesting. Downwind. Oh, now we're getting some stuff. Interesting stuff. We're still at the Sedona airport. Sedona looks great anyway, so.
Okay, we're currently flying on the downwind leg at the standard traffic pattern altitude of 6,000 feet. It's a flight path parallel to the landing runway, but in the opposite direction. In downwind, you want to start preparing for landing. That means setting your speed and flaps configuration. Reduce speed to 80 knots. Maintain constant altitude and heading. The flaps provide extra lift at the expense of additional drag. This extra lift allows flying at a lower airspeed.
How do you set the flaps?
Flaps allow for smoother and shorter landings.
Where's
Go
the
ahead
flaps?
and extend 10 degrees of flaps, all while maintaining current altitude.
Where's the flaps, man?
We're gonna
Okay.
fly past the end of the runway here. Keep going until you see it at a 45-degree angle behind you. That's your cue to turn left onto the base leg.
Okay, that should be good enough. Oh. Or that, okay. Banking left.
Turn left onto the base leg.
We're not maintaining speed anymore. Where's the airport? Where's the airport? Oh, base leg is over here. Okay, nice.
Try to maintain 1400 RPM. That'll also keep our speed around 65 knots. Keep an eye on the runway as we get ready for our final turn. Turn left onto final.
God damn it. Where's the runway? Is that runway?
Keep
Oh,
a stabilized approach and prepare for landing.
okay, I have visual on the landing runway. What's the thrust? Oh, gotta decrease it a little bit more. That's about 14,000. God damn it, pull up. Oh,
Apply the brakes and stop the plane.
that counts as a pretty much a crash landing there. Welcome to Sedona with a crash landing.
That was all right.
Trying to do.
A little more practice will help your accuracy, though.
Yeah. See, I fell. Oh, takeoff and landing. Let's go. First solo flight. Let's see it. This will be interesting. Still getting used to the mic I mean headphones. I can barely hear myself.
It's time, your first solo flight. I'll be watching from the ground in radio contact if you need me, but something tells me you won't.
Okay.
The goal is to complete Sedona's left-hand traffic pattern on your own. Remember what we covered in our previous sessions, and you'll be just fine.
Alright.
Good luck. See you on the other side.
Take off then. There's a car driving over there. 55 knots and pull up. Oh my god, holy shit. Oh. Alright, we're going up now. Upwind leg. 55,000 feet. Oh wow, actually that's sea level altitude, so we're actually not that low. We're already at 5,000. Gotta keep the heading 21. Thrust is so small, I gotta increase the thrust. Too slow. Come on. Left to begin crosswind. Alright, we're turning left. Is there no GPS on here? It's extremely hard to tell where we are. Where is it? Okay. End of crosswind leg. Downwind, I guess now is a good time to start adjusting the trim controls. Let's increase it a little bit. Oh, too much. Alright, that's perfect. 18 knots, we're going a little fast. Maybe more trim. I'm getting this game. It's actually pretty easy. increase a little bit more thrust. Just trim a little bit. $6,000 feet. Oh shoot, we need to climb. Almost at 6,000. We are losing a lot of speed though. Come on, climb. Alright, 6,000. Altitude reached. So 80 knots. Alright. Decreasing thrust. Can decrease thrust. Perfect. Extend the flaps. And we're gonna okay, I guess the pitch is not gonna be affected now. Oh, over here. Perfect. Going for final approach. Oh god, we're stalling. Perfect. We landed. Man.
I think a bit more practice may be a good idea.
Yep.
You're on your way to becoming one hell of a pilot.
Flight school, I completed all the trainings. The basic handling, flight, VFR. How much are these? How long are these ones? It's like 5 minutes. Okay, I guess I'll do these later or tomorrow. Thanks for watching. That was a good video and finally finished all my flight training. Alright.